Live streaming is on.
All right, first of all, let's like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI. All right, Shalom, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, YASHARAHLA. It's your brother YASHARAHLA, right?
Tazyargabar.
Brother, bye.
So, and we be going into Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, right? A lot of wisdom in that chapter, you know. So our brothers can kick it off.
Come. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. This is how the righteous man stand in great boldness for the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
I got a precept. Unless you got one first.
Well, you get yours first.
So we're gonna be standing up in great boldness in front of our enemies. So this Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So a lot of people see us, coming back to our nationality. Maybe standing up in great boldness, telling people telling our slave masters they're gonna go into slavery. That's great boldness. Because back then you wouldn't be doing that. Let's be honest. And what, 1816, you telling your slave master you going to slavery, you getting hung, you gonna get lynched.
Calm. Hey, they make and plus hey, they make no account of our labor, right? Whatever we do, they don't care, right? They don't care that we built America, right? They don't care that we suffered 400 years of slavery, right? These Edomites don't care. These other nations, they don't care, right? All the hard work that we put in, you know how much work Issachar puts in, Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, hey, you name it, bro.
Exactly.
We really built this society, yet they don't make any account of our labors, bro.
So I have a precept if y'all don't. And Tajia, you're on mute.
You get yours select.
So this Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 1. Because also the boldness represents wisdom as well. And it reads, who is as the wise man who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A wise man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. Right? Because that's another way how your face can be changed to boldness. You see someone just being a dang old nigga, right? And not in the truth, pants all down and everything. He just looking messed up. But he comes to this truth, clean himself up. He just look like he's wise, right? He's wise because in Acts, then Stephen quote the law and everything, and his face started to shine because he had much wisdom, right? Hey, and they stoned him for that too, right?
That's right. That's right. Taz, are you mute?
Slocky, right? Deuteronomy 28 and 37. And that shall be coming in astonishment, a proverb and a byword, right? When the other nations look at us, man, they don't see the great kings we are. Right? They see them niggas, spigs, right? People that are just good at sports, right? Good for one thing, right? Lab rats, they see, right? All nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Right? So wherever we go, we're going to be an astonishment, right? Be honest, I already know Esau was looking at him, saying it out in Rome, Greece, wherever he was, That's an astonishment. That's a proverb and byword, right? That's right. Going back to that precept, right? Come, you got it.
And that's why this is Job, right? Chapter 30 and verse, I believe. There's another one like this, but I'm gonna just bring this one out. It might be in Job 30, but it says, this is Job 31. It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. So Job, bro, hey, that's cold what you just said. Because who has us in derision? So-called white man, right? And these other nations. They have us in derision. They afflict us, right? Hey, Jake, you watching this, right? Northern Kingdom, you watching this? If you don't know who's afflicting you, bro, you better open your eyes, right? You better pray for understanding because it's so obvious who's afflicting you, all right? And it says what? Whose fathers I would have disdain to set with the dogs of my flock, meaning that what? These Edomites, hey, you wouldn't even put him. Job said he wouldn't even set him with his dogs. That's how disgusting it is, right? So, hey, Khan, that's just our forefathers knowing who the wicked is and getting on those that afflict us, right? Just like David, just like all our righteous forefathers. Khan.
Should I keep reading? Yeah, I got
Oh,
precept.
slot. If you didn't have precept, verse 9 is what I wanted really, right? This is Job chapter 30, verse 9. It says, "And now am I their song? Yea, I am their byword." Right? Even there during the time of Job, you see that the Israelites were called bywords. See that? So come.
Right? Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Right?
Con.
Once
You
again,
got
it
any
goes.
precepts?
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get it too. Once again, it just goes to how amazing these goddamn heathen gonna be. With Yahawah outside in these chariots. Right? Come on, I'm gonna get my precept. You get yours.
Oh, okay, con. So, con, this is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 6, and it reads, "Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath." Right? So, look at the work, right? For the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment. And that's what's happening right now. The earth is waxing old. You don't want to live in this world. Our kingdom is not going to be like this earth, man. Our kingdom is not going to be animals dying, fishes. You got fish somehow washing up on the shore dead. Got plastic all in the ocean, oil spills. You got dead bodies all over the place. It's not going to be like that in the kingdom. This is their kingdom, man. It's dirty and filthy, right? And the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished, right? So in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to live forever and ever, like Daniel, man. We're going to live forever and ever, right? We're not going to die. We're going to have the fatness of the earth. We're going to be rulers and judges. We're going to be kings. The earth's going to love us, man. It's going to yield. It's going to yield her stock. It's going to yield us her strength, right? So come.
Come on, I'm gonna get a precept for that too. But this is the precept, right? The Sirach. I'm gonna read Sirach chapter 14, verse 27. So like 24 and 27. By her he shall be covered from heat, and in her glory shall he dwell. Right? We know that her is the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding. And by that we're gonna be glorious in those days. Right? So we get that also in Psalm 67, right? Talking about the nations. Right? Because these goddamn Edomites, when they run the world, bro, it's nothing but folliness and madness. Right? Let me get this precept. Psalm 67. Psalm 67, I'm gonna read 3. I'm gonna start at 3. Let the people praise thee, O Yahawah. Let all the people praise thee. Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon the earth. Because when we're in righteousness, bro, it's going to be nothing but righteousness. I mean, when we're in ruinous, luck, it's going to be nothing but righteousness.
That's right.
Right? When these heathen rule the world, bro, nothing but following some madness goes on. Right? They got damn fish washing up on shore like Autumn Soul. Right? Cooking dogs, eating beasts. Right? Making a sport out of a pigskin. That's follies. Right? Having our children sit in front of the goddamn screen all day, play the game, right? Breaking the Sabbath, man. That's folliness, man. Come on, let me read on. Salaki, verse 5. Let the people praise thee, O Yahawah, let all the people praise thee. Then shall the earth yield her increase. Right? The earth is in sorrowness as well. Right? Then shall the earth yield her increase, And Yahweh, even our own God, shall bless us. Right? Come. Plain and simple. We're going to be in gloriness in those days. All the people going to look at us and they're going to know who's really over them. Right? Some heathen know right now. Right? Some heathen know. These people are better than me. They could look at us and say that, you know. But in those days, we'll be also glorious with everyone. All eyes shall see us. Right? Like the scripture said. Come.
You got a precept, Yasharal?
So like, yeah, and these Edomites, they even know.
Pineapple out, man. Who did that?
I'm still eating.
Come out. Who's that?
Yeah.
It's salt.
All right, so yeah, basically, these Edomites even know when what they know that Jake is superior. You know, that's why they. Yeah, it's a lot here.
I'll
Come.
take a real quick. I got a precept.
Come.
This Revelation chapter 21 and verse 18. Because like I said, man, the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all that they look for, right? Let's read it real quick. And the building of, so this Revelation 21:18, and the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass, right? So I don't think we ever even seen jasper, really, to be honest. But that's just a basic stone, actually. And the building of the wall is jasper. But that's a really good material, man. You got Donald Trump talking about build this wall and everything, and it's just what wood and things of that nature. Some run down wood, man. Right? Verse 19. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third a chalcedony, the fourth an emerald. You know there's something else when you can't even pronounce it correctly. Right? Verse 20. The fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, the 10th a chrysoprasus, the 11th a jacinth, the 12th an amethyst. Right? So all these, pearls and everything, you can't even pronounce it. That's what's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. But Esau got some wood, he got stone, gravel, and things in that nature, some rundown stuff. No clay and things in that nature.
Come on, right? I'm gonna get this precept we Yasha was talking about, right? These goddamn heathen know that we're greater than them, right? And we read Jeremiah 51:19. The portion of Jacob is not like them. Right now, who's Jacob? The Israelites, blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Right? We could do all things through Mashiach was straight up, and they can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things. Literally, that's on a spiritual and a physical level. We created all these goddamn street lights, it's peanut butter, right? The TV, the light bulb, all these things. But also, Esau wants to exalt themselves in those things that they want to claim they created. But we created those things because the portion of Jacob is not like them, right? Israel is a rod of his inheritance, right? Because we're Most High is literally dwelling in all of the Israelites. Like that's why that's his rod of his inheritance, right? The Lord of hosts is his name. Come on. It goes back to what Arkin was talking about, man. We can do literally anything if we put our mind to it. Right?
All right. And that goes all the way back to Deuteronomy, right? Right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Right? These nations, they know that to a certain level, right? But they won't come out and say that. They're not going to come out on live television, all right? Millions of people watching, come out on television and say, pull Deuteronomy 7 and 6, right? The women, they cover their hairs, right? Hey, the men, they're taking off their hats, and, right? And they pull Deuteronomy 7 and 6, right? And it says, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are on the face of the earth. So they're not going to go ahead and say that, hey, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they are the chosen people, right? They're above all people, right? That's why they they excel in almost all things that they do, right? To a certain extent, because of course we still got those curses on us, right? But even with these curses on us, these nations still know that we're the chosen people, right? But they really are gonna know it, and when we're willing to get into those chariots, they're really gonna know it then, trying to, save me, right? Hey, come
Precept too.
You got it.
No, you got it. Slap.
on.
So this Isaiah chapter 64 and verse 4. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither hath thy eye seen, O Yahawah, besides thee, what he hath prepared for him that waited for him. So nobody even heard of the things or seen the things that the Most High has prepared in the kingdom of heaven. And that's actually one of my favorite verses, actually. So,
Man. Beautiful precept. Right? I'm gonna go to side right, 17, and I'm gonna start at verse 23. Afterward, he will rise up and reward them and render their recompense upon their heads. But to them that repent, he granted them return. Right? In that, when that's talking about, right? When the Lord comes back, man, he's gonna reward you all. You reap what you sow. Right? If you reap wickedness, you're gonna sow wickedness. Right? So it's a reward and it's judgment. That's why the Most High literally calls it that. Right? I'm gonna just read it again. Afterward, he will rise up and reward them and render their recompense upon their heads. Right? That's also goes back to reap what you sow. Right? If you're like killing people with guns, shooting people, right? Selling drugs to your people, right? The Most High gonna literally do that to you. Chop you off your damn head. Right? But unto them that repent, he granted them return and comfort of those that fail in patience. Right? And that's what we're waiting on. The Most High literally comforting everybody every night. What if this thing is not real? The Most High come down. Put a spirit on you that is real. Right? You see a goddamn video of World War III back breaking out over there in China, It's like, okay, yeah, I gotta stop. That spirit comes back on you. That's literally what that's talking about. Right? Return unto the Lord and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. Right? Until the Most High, he comes and do that, we have time. Right? Literally, all these days he's giving us. Literally, we're in a grace period right now.
That's right.
So it could be in those glorious garments and be glorious among the heathen.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
Remember what Esau said, bro? Right in Wisdom Solomon, second chapter. How is he numbered among the children of God? Right? How is he the saints? That's the greatest ironic story, bro. The Most High, though he loves judgment, he loves justice, right? The Most High, he loves his people, right? He also loves a dramatic story, believe it or not. All right. The person who the world called God, the Most High Yahweh, he loves a dramatic story. So basically, the lowest people on the earth, the lowest people, right? The lowest of the low are the children of God, right? Are going to be saved. So how ironic is that? How unexpected is that? People people, they start thinking that Esau can make it because he got all this stuff, bro. So no, it's actually the opposite. In the book of James, bro, what does James say? What, right? I'm gonna pull this precept real quick. Right? The Most High, from time to time again, he doesn't deal with the highest things of the world. A lot of times you read about the Most High, his elect is not always the highest people of the earth, right? The Most High, he didn't choose Esau, right? He's the top on the earth. He didn't choose him though. He chose Israel, which is on the bottom, right? But that's just one example. This is James chapter 5. James chapter 2, right? Verse 5. It says, "Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him?" Right? So, the Most High through James just said that he chose the poor of the world, right? The Most High, he's not dealing with the rich all the time, right? That's just a facade, you know. A lot of times our forefathers, right, said, "Hey, wherefore do the wicked prosper?" Right? Why are the wicked? Hey, why are the wicked got all these damn skyscrapers, all these damn luxury buildings, and luxury ass cars, and they can do whatever, bro. Hey, but their lot is destruction. You know, got the lot of the Gentiles, you got the lot of Israel, like it says in Esther. You know, but come on,
You got a precept about you.
Nah.
Come on, all right. This goes
come on.
back to what this brother's talking about, right? The Psalms 25:9. The meek will he guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach his way. Like the author was talking about, man. He ain't gonna teach goddamn Donald Trump the truth. You know, he ain't gonna teach, you know, these so-called rich people that exalt themselves in this earth. He will teach the meek, right, the humble, right, the righteous man. That's who he will teach, and that's who he will guide in judgment. You know?
Con, I actually got a precept. This Psalm chapter 37. I was trying to save it for the next verse, but I'll just use it on this one. Since we're talking about meek, this Psalms chapter 37, verse 11. But the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. So the meek shall inherit the earth, man. They're going to inherit the kingdom, right? It's simple. In Psalms chapter 37, it's a fire chapter. I was just reading it right now. It's fire, man.
Oh, come on. I believe Psalm 73 coincides with that too. Psalms 73 or something like that. Psalms chapter 72 or something like that.
Let's go back to read, right? This verse, we was at verse 2, right?
Was that verse? I think it was at verse 2, I think.
All right, come on, let's read. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fears, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they that look forward. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision of a proverb of reproach. Right? That also goes back to Deuteronomy, right? And the establishment of heart, right? Let me just get it, right? Slip from the tongue, man. Right? Let me just read it again, right? Deuteronomy 28:37. Now shall become an astonishment. Now, who's the astonishment on earth? Right? That goes back to blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the Israelites, man. A proverb and a byword among all nations, where the Lord thou leadest. Plain and simple, man. What are the proverbs? What are people that nobody thinks, that everybody thinks the Lord is not dealing with? What are people that's lowly on the earth, the lowest of everything, man? Right? We look poorest people on earth, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Can you read one more verse down in the Apocrypha?
Come on. Verse 4.
Come on.
We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor.
That's what they do, man. We out there teaching and everything. We getting put to death for this truth or something. They think we're doing it without honor. We're just doing it we're just doing it. They don't think we're not gonna, inherit a blessing from that. This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 2. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. So when they see us get put to death for this truth, when they see us going through all hell and everything, tribulation, right? They think that we're just going to die, and our departure, when we die and everything, is taken for misery. But let's keep reading. Verse 3. And they're going from us to be utter destruction. So when we leave this, what's it called, this earth, go back to the spiritual realm, right? They think it's destruction, but they are in peace. But we're going to be in peace. We're going to be, getting the white robe. We're going to get, what's it called, a crown upon our head, right? Verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of man, so though we getting stoned, so we're going to get whipped, so we get beheaded in front of everybody, right? Yet it's their hope full of immortality. But we're going to have, eternal life. We're going to reap the kingdom. And they can't understand that because they don't know the Lord. They don't know how the Lord gets down. Why are you doing that? Why are you fasting? You're going to starve yourself. I heard it all, man.
Hey, that's right, man. People think we're just doing this for no reason.
Right.
Right? Let me get this in Luke. First John, chapter 1, verse 4. 5. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended not. Right now, who's the light? The Israelites on a spiritual level. And the darkness is the other nations, and they're not going to comprehend it. Right? They're going to be literally confused. Like, what? What? They're literally going to be mind blown. They think no light's in us. Right? Let me get this in Luke 11 and 35. Right? And read. Take heed, therefore, that the light which is in me be not darkness. Right? Who's the light in? Once again, the Israelites. Right? Come on. Let me just get it. Let me just prove it. Slop.
Good, Con.
Proverbs 6 and 23. Let me just get a cold cut real fast. Proverbs 6 and 23. And it reads, for the commandment is a lamp and the law is a light. The law is literally our light. That's what God. Right? It tells you that in Proverbs 9 if I just find it. Right? Let me just find it real fast. Edification. Right? Proverbs 9 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. For by me thy days shall be multiplied. Now, literally, without this law, we're not going to be able to do what we want to do. We're going to be broken in darkness, as it tells you in Job 9:21. Right? This is literally light on a spiritual level. Right? Without the law, it's literally darkness. We're not going to be able to, we're not going to be guided on a certain level. Right? Let me go to.
Yeah, I got to real quick.
Con, you get yours.
Con. This is John chapter 8, verse 12. It says, then spake Yahawah again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. Right? He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Right? So the commandment is the light. Right? So what does that mean? First of all, Yahawah, he's the word. Right? But if you follow Yahawah, because he's the way too. Right? He's the way. He's the truth. He's the life. Right? He's also the light. So when you follow Yahawah, bro, that's the way to the kingdom. Right? He will lead you. Right? So
Con, right? This is the point right here, right? First John chapter 1 and verse 13. Right? Christians use this verse, bro. But this is the real point of this, right? Which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of Yahawah. Now, who's the only people that can be born of God? Right? Let's just get a cold cut, bro. Let's just get a cold cut, man.
Salakia. I really hate when Christians use the verses like that and twist it, twist it, man.
Well, you said what?
I said I just hate when Christians use verses like those and just twist it and make it fit
Right.
everybody.
Have no understanding at all, bro.
Con. And they think they got you confounded.
Right, but that goes back to this being born again. Now we're the only people who can be born again through the Spirit, because we're the only people be given of the law. Right, so therefore, they're right. Let me just read it again. Right, let me go to the whole point. Right, it comes from a fact. Right?
calm.
Wasn't astrology. Because they're going to be the ones that is going to be confused. That's the point of this. Right? Because the light is literally in us. Literally, all these things in the New Testament, these goddamn Christians used to twist up, is in us. It's for us. Right? Come on, you get yours. I'm going to get this one. Oh, yeah, come on. So, I got you this one, right? 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. And this is the cut right here. Now let's use lost. Right? Matthew 18 and 11. And then we're going to get Matthew 15, 24. Right? Right? Matthew 18 and 11. And it reads, for the Son of Man is came to save which is lost. Now let's see, right? It just said the gospel will be hid, but not unto them which are lost. Right? That's man. That's literally amazing right there, right? It says the blacks and Hispanics will only be able to see the light. If you can comprehend it. Right, now let's go to Matthew 15 and 24, right? The cold cut. All right. And it reads, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now, what are the people that are lost? What are the people that need guidance? These goddamn Edomites think they got it figured out. Goddamn Moabites, goddamn Elamites, all these people got their own ideologies and philosophies, and they think they have it figured out. Right? But we're the people that are lost. Right? And we're the people that need salvation. Right? So hey, plain and simple like that. This is for us, man. Right? So I'm gonna keep reading. Right? Wisdom of Solomon. Right? Chapter 5, verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Right? What that whole thing was for, we're the proverb of reproach. Right? We're literally the hidden ones, man. We're the people that think that nobody cares about. Right? The Most High cares about us. The gospel said to us, man. Right?
Hey, the Most High, us lucky. Most High sent His only begotten Son down for us, bro.
For us, man.
A lot of you Christians don't know, right? And you refuse to believe it too when you get cut up by the prophets, all right? Cut up by the teachers, right? Nah. Like literally, brothers have been like we bringing out precepts, right? You know, Matthew 15:24, Acts chapter 5 verse 31, right? Acts 13 and 31, to think things of that nature, right?
John chapter 1, 29 to 31.
Matthew 1 and 21.
Yeah, so
It is just like
yeah, precepts is rolling my mind.
precepts just Isaiah 45:17. Hey, bro, it's just rolling, bro.
It's like my eyes start twitching when I start, getting precepts.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, brothers and sisters have actually been like, wait, so white people can't be saved?
No.
Bro, nah, bro, I can't get down with that. Bro, what? Come on, bro. But yeah, hey, the Most High, He cares for us. The people in this world, they don't care for us. That's why we don't care about the people in the world, right? They don't care for us. Even the people of the other nations, they don't care about you, right? They don't care about the so-called black, Hispanics, Native Americans. But guess what? The Most High does. YAHAWASHI does. So come. That's a good point that you brought out. Come.
So I just want to bring out one example real quick. So it's gonna be quick. So I already told y'all kind of, but either my job, I teach the sister about the truth and everything like that, right? And I say the so-called white man, the Edomites are enemies and things in the nature, right? And she started believing it and everything, and a few weeks later, they end up, hooking up and things in that nature. So she doesn't care, right? She doesn't care about it really, and she's not in the truth, right? So I just want to say that the so-called white men are enemies.
That's right.
He called her a nigger behind her back. So
Come on. It's that precept though that I was trying to get it, right? And just read on from it. It's the whole point, right? 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 4. I'm just like it 4 and 4. In whom, I'm just read verse 3 again. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Right? In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not. Now who believes not? These goddamn dumb Israelites, man. Do
right.
not their excellency which is in them be lost and they die without wisdom. That's Job 4:21. Like our people are literally groping in darkness, man. Let the light of the glorious gospel of Yahawashi HaMashiach, man. This is literally the light of the world, bro. Who is the image of God should shine unto them. Now it's shining to us, man. Let his light shine within us so the people can see. That's what we want. That was that whole point, right? With Wisdom of Solomon. Right? I'm gonna read on.
So I have one precept with that, what you just said, Slovakia.
Oh, Slovakia, yeah. The mighty brother, brother I read from HOI is watching. So shalom.
Shalom.
Come.
What the brother said, the truth, they can't understand it, man. They think the so-called white man in these other nations is our friends and everything like that. So they can't understand it. This 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. Because they are carnal. They're not spiritual. They're spiritually discerned. They can't understand this. In order to understand the Bible, you got to be spiritual, because the Most High is spiritual.
Oh, man, beautiful precept, man. Right, let's read on. Wisdom of Solomon 5:4. We fools accounted his life madness and the end in his end to be without honor. Verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of God? And his lot is among the saints. Right? And that's also another cut, man. We can go to Psalms chapter 148:14. Israel's the saints. You know? Come on, let me just go to verse 1 and 7.
Isaiah 50. Psalms 15. Psalms 15:5.
Come on, Psalms 15:5. All right, Romans 1 and 7. Let's get it. So all that be in Rome, beloved of Yahawah, called to be saints. Now we're the saints, man. People literally don't know that because we're hid.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The people that follow the law, statutes, and commandments are literally the saints in the flesh and in the spirit. Right? Grace to you and peace from God, our Father, and Lord Yahawashi Mashiach. Right? That's how we become saints. It's grace of the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi.
Right.
Now what is that? Following these commandments, bro. 1 John 4:5. Right?
I got one quick precept real quick, right? This is and for all you people that say that's the Old Testament, all right? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 2, right? Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? So according to biblical prophecy, who's going to judge the world? That's talking about the Israelites, bro. The Israelites, the powers, right? We're called the gods, you know? We're called the gods of the earth. So we're going to execute that, and we're also called judges too. You know, we've got a whole book about the judges of Israel, right? So we're going to be the judges on the earth. We're going to execute judgment, BAHASHAM, YAHWAH on the earth when that time comes, you know?
I got a precept, Salakia. I should turn to it. It's an Obadiah to show you who's going to judge the world. The saints going to judge the world, man. So you gotta get that understanding. Who's going to judge the world? Because like it says, the saints shall judge the world. Salakia, bearer, man.
So you just read 1 Corinthians 6:2, right? Where you quoted it?
Yeah, that was 1 Corinthians, the one he read, 1 Corinthians 6:2. Right, and it reads, Obadiah, verse 21, and Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's, right? And who's the Saviors? The Mount Zion, the Israelites, man. We're going to judge the world. We're going to judge Esau.
That's right.
But nobody read 1 Corinthians 2:15, right?
I think so.
Right, come on, right? 1 Corinthians 2:15. But he that is spiritual judges all things, yet himself is judged of no man. Right? How do we become spiritual? By keeping his laws, keeping his statutes, and keeping his commandments. Right? Keeping the Sabbath day, wearing clothes, not eating pork. Literally, those things can change your whole life, man. You know?
Right. So we can go back to that if y'all ain't got no reasons.
Come on. Verse 6. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. And that also goes back to these sinners of Zion. Right? Right? That's Isaiah 33:14. Right? But let me just get, right? I gotta get this precept. Luke 11:35, right? Because our people do not know how much power they have on earth. In a few years, people really do not know they could be judging the whole earth, man.
Salakia, give me a bear bell, Salakia.
But that's deep to think about. If you were black and Hispanic watching this right now, you know how much power you have within you, bro.
That's right.
Like, it's crazy, man. Right? Luke 11:35. Take heed, therefore, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. Now, why wouldn't you want to be in the light? Bro? Why would you want to just walk around in darkness? World in darkness. Right, let me go to Job. Right, that's just our people. That goes back to a curse ultimately, and then it goes back to most judgments ultimately. But that's just our people. They die without wisdom. They don't want to be in the light. Right? They want to be a blind men. They don't want to judge the earth. Right? They don't want to be rulers of the earth, man. That's crazy to think about, right? That's just the Most High showing his power, man, at the end of the day. Right? Let me go to Job chapter 9. verse.
I got a precept after y'all.
Come on, you bring those out. I'm gonna get mine. So lucky.
Slovakia, man. Okay, you said I could bring mine out?
Oh yeah, real slug. I'm just bringing mine out real fast, right? So lucky.
Okay,
Job 5:14. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. Right? That's deep to think about. It's the day right now. It's gonna be the morning. If you have this here, man. We waking up as a people. We coming back to you law, statutes, and commandments. Where we following our heritage again. That's the morning on a spiritual level. And our people, they just want to stay in darkness, man. Right? They want to be blind. Right? I'm gonna read it again. They meet with darkness. They even come to mirth with darkness, man. Have parties in darkness.
Yeah, that's right.
That's crazy to think about, man. Having these goddamn communions of darkness, man.
And that's why a lot of evil. Oh yes, a lot of that. A lot of sin, wickedness, evil happens in the dark, bro. You know, because it's just that vibration that's put out there. You know, Friday night. You know, whatever. Right, all that night. You know, spirit. Right. People talking about. Oh, bro. You know, but yeah, That's yeah.
The freaks come out at night. Whole
Yeah.
time you at the club, it's all dark. You wake up, it's a man.
Oh my God.
I got a precept. Are y'all done?
Come on.
So this, like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 6. Therefore hath he erred from the way of truth, right, in the light of the righteousness. I'm gonna precept that with Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 10. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain, their labor unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. That's the same with these so-called white men. They sold out. Their works is vain, man. This whole place about to get destroyed. They forsake the truth. They forsake the truth, and so are these other nations as well.
I precept too. Isaiah 33:14. The sinners of Zion are afraid. Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites. Are they out there scoffing the prophets? That's being hypocrite, man. Because what do you know? How do you know the information they're telling you is not the key to your life, the light to your life?
Right.
To unfold your blindness. Right? I saw if you got yours to you. Right? You know? That's hypocrisy right there. Right, here you go. Little old Jake is walking past. Hey, brother, you know who you are? That's a simple ass question, man. You should be able to know that. No, but our people, they just grow up in darkness. That's why they're going to be afraid when you have something like that. Right? Has surprised the hypocrites, who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire. So, who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? Right? So while you're hearing this word, take heed therefore. You know? There's no point not to. What can you lose, right? Let me get that inside right, man. What can you lose from following these law, statutes, and commandments, bro? Ultimately, right? Let me go to Cyrax 12 and 6.
Yeah, you and right? What do you really lose? You only lose the things that's temporary, right? Things that's seen to be basically things that's upheld in this society, right? You lose out on pleasure, right? Well, really, pleasure is just what? If it's not of the Lord, you know, it's folly, you know. So you give up. Of course, you sacrifice, right? But really, you're doing it to what? Get the kingdom, bro. Hey, let me Slot. Can I just bring out precept real quick?
Come on.
Con. Right. This is Matthew chapter 19 and verse 20. I'm gonna try to start at 27. It says, "Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?" So that's what Peter asked YAHAWASHI. Like, damn, we just left our family. We just left our family, our house, you know, our animals, our cattle, you know, our ships, our businesses. We forsaken all, right? What we're going to get there for, right? Verse 28. And YAHAWASHI answered unto them, Verily I say unto you that ye which have followed me In the regeneration, right? Another regeneration precept. When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? That's a heavy lot too. You know, that's a heavy lot. That's a very gracious lot too. You know. But here's the point also, verse 29. And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. BAHASHAM.
Man, that just get my spirit stirred up for real.
Calm. Yeah. That precept is pretty heavy, you know. That should build up your faith too, you know. Calm.
All right. Right. This is Isaiah in Sirach. Sirach 12:6. Right. Just go back to Isaiah 33. Right. For the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly. Right. And keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Right. So why, like you people that despise this word, you all be reserved for the day, for the lake of fire. Man. You know. All right. All right. Sluck. You got a precept. Sluck.
I was just saying, Con, that's it.
So
But I do got a precept after you though.
right, come, right? This like Sirach 2:10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Like, literally, what can go wrong with trusting the Most High, man? What can go wrong with listening to the people who created everything? Listen to the one who created everything, right? Or did any abide in his fear was forsaken? Or whom did ever despise that he called upon him? Right? What can literally go wrong, man? Literally, bro. You can't find no reason that will go wrong, bro. Right? Not eating pork, what can go wrong with that? You know?
Yeah.
Following the Sabbath, what can go wrong with a day of rest out of the week? You know? Wearing fringes, what can go wrong with looking different? Right? Right. So one more precept, right? It's lucky. Right? It's John 6:68, right? This goes back to what Akim was talking about, right? Then Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life. Right? Where else are we gonna go, man? This right here is the words of eternal life. You know?
Like the brother said in Sirach chapter 12, I believe 12:6. I believe he know how to hold the wicked to the day of destruction, man. Right? So this 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So you can be wicked. You better get in a car crash, and then out of nowhere, you kind of get back on the road, and you kind of rubbing your eyes, and you back on the road, right? You said, "The Lord saved me, sweet baby Jesus." But next thing you know, the next day, all hell breaking loose. Yahawah returning back with chariots just to zap you, man, because He reserved you for the day of judgment, right?
Right.
Just because you don't die, you get saved. The Lord can do that. The Lord can take, the brother. He could probably take me out, or the brother YASHARAHLA, or the brother Taziyah, out right now. But it's not a curse. He'll be doing them a favor, because the evils that's about to come upon the earth is going to be so wicked, and they're going to just be in the kingdom of heaven, in the spiritual world, just chilling with the Most High. BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Right? And I got another precept to lock you. So,
I'll be back.
So in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verse 6, let me read it again. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us, right? On the next verse 7. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction, yet we have gone through deserts. And what's a desert? That's a dry part. Because this word is water. Right? First, let me get that real quick. This word being water. Let me get John chapter 7, verse 37, a classic. Right? That's a very classic one. So this book of John chapter 7, verse 37, and it reads, In the last day, that great day of the feast, Yahawah stood up and cried, saying, If any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Right? And you got Psalms chapter 42, verse 1 and 2. You got I believe Isaiah chapter 55, I believe, or Jeremiah chapter 55, I know not. But yeah, that's the water. The word is the water. Now let's see what the desert place. The desert place is this Psalms chapter 28 and verse. We can start at verse 3, right? Actually, no, we can start at verse 4. Give them according to their deeds and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the work of their hands. Render to them desert, right? Because they regard not the work of the Lord, nor the operation of his hands. He shall destroy them and not build them up, right? So the desert is just being wicked. You don't got the Holy Ghost in you in the temple, right? 1 Corinthians 3:16. You just wicked. You eating pork on Sabbath day, right? You playing video games on the Day of Atonement, right?
Come on, right? You got a precept for that. All right, Ezekiel 37, and I'm gonna read verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley of the dry bones. Right? Verse 2. And caused me to pass by round about it. And who's first and foremost, man? Who's the midst of the valley of dry bones? Right? Literally dry, no light, no water. Right? That's on a spiritual level, man. That's Israel. Right? I'm gonna read on. And cast me to pass by them round about, and behold, they were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. Right? Let me get Ephesians, right? Ephesians 5:26. Right? Because literally, right, this is what makes us dry, not following the Most High's word. You know? Right, let me go Ephesians. Right.
I got precept after.
Alright, come on. Alright. Not following these commandments literally on two folds. It's bad for us on a spiritual level, and it's bad for us on a physical level. Right? Grow up in darkness, following different philosophies. You know? This Ephesians 5, Salaki. Yeah, Ephesians 5:26. Right? That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water. Right? Now people really think that's talking about physical baptism, but it's not, man. And let's read on. Right? And it reads, by the word, literally by the Most High's word, this is the water, man. Now this is what makes us not dry anymore. You know? I just have to get that.
And yeah, just to harp on what the brother Tyzar was going into, just before Psalm chapter 30. Let's see. I'll read. Yeah, Psalm chapter 37, verse 25. It says, I have been young and now am old. Right? And who is this talking? This is David, right? It says, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Right? So, hey, slot. I just closed the page. Right? So, hey, David said through the Spirit that, look, hey, when you're righteous, hey, the Lord got you, bro. The Lord, he got your back when you're righteous. Right? And how are you righteous? Romans 7:12. Right? The law is good. Right? Or let me get that real quick. I'm going to get Psalms 119. Right? Right? Psalms chapter 119 and verse here. Right? Psalms chapter 119 and verse 172. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. So when you keep the commandments, guess what you are? Righteous. Right? And also, I believe in the book of Deuteronomy, it said that what? And this shall be our righteousness. Oh yeah, Khan. Right? Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25. I haven't brought that out in a while. Right? Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 25. It says, and it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God, as he hath commanded us. So that's how you're righteous. You got to keep these commandments. And that's how you get delivered also. It's all about keeping the commandments, keeping the faith, bro. In YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. Right? That's what this truth is about ultimately. Right? Enduring, of course, feeding the sheep. But that goes all into what? Keeping the commandments. Right? That's the main theme of the Bible, dude. Right? That's the main theme. keeping the commandments, keeping the faith, right? So come,
Kind of got one precept what the brother said, Taziar, about the
right?
water, right? This is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 1. Oh, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yeah, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price. Because this word represents water, right? It can represent milk, the basics, wine, and things of that nature. So come keep the commandments, come get the word, the wisdom. Come.
So we can move on.
Come. Right, verse 6, right? Over I'm gonna just read 6 again. Right, therefore have we erred from the way of truth. So, right, so lucky, right? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. Verse 7, where we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way.
Come.
Right, that goes back. That's literally manifestation right there, right? Pure example. Right, that goes back to the valley of dry bones. That goes back to the desert, man. Spiritual level, though, right? And destruction, yeah, sluck,
Oh, flock. Yeah, I was just saying, come.
sluck, right? Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way, but as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. Huh? All these precepts that we just brought out is a perfect example of that. You know, come on, y'all got a precept for another precept or not?
Lie.
Come on, right? Verse 8. Who has pride profited us? What has pride profited us, right? So, or what good has riches with our vaunting brought us?
Come.
Know that? Come on, I'm gonna get a precept. Yep, y'all got it.
Come. This Proverbs 11 verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Right? So profit doesn't profit anything, right? Money doesn't do anything, right? It's not going to deliver you. You can't see a chariot beaming everybody. You got a dollar bill trying to say, "Can I get on?" It's not going to happen like that. Hey, you might get destroyed, man, for even trying to do that.
Hey, come on. I'm gonna read. You got precept? Yes, sir.
Come. You can bring it out first.
Yeah, come on, right? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse. I'm gonna read 11. I'm gonna start at 11. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them. And what good is there to owners thereof, saying the beholding of them with their eyes? Right? Verse 12. The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. Right? Beautiful points, right? 13. There is the sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt.
Come.
Right? These people leading these goddamn riches, this money, which profited nothing, man. And it goes to their hurt, man. You know? Verse 14. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he begotteth the son, and there is nothing in his hand. Right? These goddamn jakes selling drugs. They ain't even like that's on a real level too. But they got a son and he doesn't have nothing in his hand. So what was the profit of that? You know?
That's right.
Right? I'm gonna go back to I just have to get that real fast. If you got a piece of
Come. Yeah. Right. This this is Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. And the Most High doesn't.
Really like it.
He logged out.
Yeah, I think so.
I got a precept till he returns. Because he going to come back because pride is going to do nothing but get you destroyed, man. Being prideful in these last days. Because Esau, he's the most proud man, right? So this Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 11. The lofty looks of a man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of man shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty. So everyone that is proud and lofty, oh, I can do this better than you. I'm the man. Right? I am that I am. You know, this brother, this African brother, right? This Hamite that said, I'm him. I said, brother, what are you talking about, brother? Right? He said, before, before, I don't know. He said something like that. Like, I don't know. He just said, I am. I'm the one that exists before everything was created. I said, brother, you're gonna get destroyed, right? And upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low, right? So when Yahweh returns and everything, everybody's high and lofty. You know, they got money and things of that nature. They think they're better than everybody. They're gonna get destroyed in that day, right? Because again, the meek shall inherit the kingdom. Only the meek.
That's right. Didn't you outside say that a rich man cannot make it to the kingdom of heaven? And he's not saying that. Like, it was a story, right? He asked the rich man to give up all his riches and come with him. I mean, he couldn't do it, man. Right? So it's not saying like you don't have to. You could be broke, just walk around here broke. You know, it's saying that if you're not willing to give up your riches for the kingdom of heaven and the Most High, then you're not gonna make it, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah. Me?
Right? Yeah, come with you.
All right, come.
Right? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 14. There was a little city and few men within it, and there came a great king against it and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Verse 15. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered the same poor man. Right now, that's what these poor Jake out here, that's what they looked at still to this day. Right? I mean, just to read on. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised. Right? So what profit is it to be rich in this world? Right? That's the whole thing, right? And his words are not heard. Right? I'm jumping to verse 18. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. Right? So the principal thing, what Proverbs 9 and 9 is wisdom. That's the only way we can survive, man. On a physical and a spiritual level, of course, you know.
That's right.
All right, that's good. You got a precept? Come on. Let's read. Verse 8. Verse 8 again. What has pride profited us? Or what good has riches with our body brought us? All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that has passed by. Right? So, let me get that right. Wisdom of Solomon. Unless you have precept. All right. It's literally a few chapters ahead, right? Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 5. If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than the wisdom that worketh all things? Right? Plain and simple. What is better than wisdom? What is better than knowing what's going to happen in a few days? The Lord will. You know, what is better than having a rest day? Right? What is better than being an outcast? Right? What is better than teaching your people who they are? What is better than knowing who you are? Right? What is better than wisdom? That's what it's literally saying. Right? Because on a spiritual level, what can paper do for you, bro? You know, what can literally what can that do, bro? Nothing at all. Right? Come on. You got a piece of
Hey, I got a point too. You know, like the brother was saying, bro, what really does money do for you, right? Hey, if the so-called white man, right, if he didn't enforce money, if he didn't make money such a big deal, Jake, you wouldn't give a damn about it then, right? You wouldn't give a damn about it then. All you want is just you want riches because you want the pleasure that comes with riches, right? You don't really just don't want the money. It's just paper, right? You don't really just want that, right? It's paper. I mean, what are you gonna do with it, right? You really want the pleasures that come with riches, right? The freedom that comes with riches, right? And that's why the Most High, brother Yahushua, all right, Slakia, right? Yahushua said that, hey,
You like that again?
I mean,
And I'll just touch on his point. So basically, he's saying, I really don't know what he was saying, but I'll try to kind of put it together. But the Lord can bring you down to the death so quick, and people don't understand that, man. You can have all this money saved up in your house and everything, and your whole house burned down, right? Doesn't it say in Jeremiah that the evil, Salakia, let me just read it real quick. And it reads, Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 11, the Lord said, verily it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily, verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in a time of evil and in a time of affliction. So when all hell breaking loose, right? You got these so-called white people in the mansion, but they might get scared and everything like that. They're gonna be running off. They see you kind of running on the road, kind of running for kind of sprinting and everything. They say, hold on, stop right there. They give you the keys to the mansion. They just giving you everything, right? Then they got when you go into the mansion, you got food and everything like that. You got food, some wine, things of that nature, a bed. You taking a shower when all hell breaking loose out there. They kind of running for their lives, right? So the role's kind of reversing everything, man. He can do that. You can be a poor man and bring you up, and now you rule the city. Just look at Joseph, man. He was put in the pit. The next thing you know, he's right next to the Pharaoh, right? And he can do that. And Daniel.
so like I was just saying that's right. Yeah.
What you said?
I was just saying that's right.
But I was done. Yeah, come on.
Like, come on, right? I'm gonna get this in Wisdom of Solomon, right? Same book. This is chapter 14 and verse 7. For blessed is the wood whereby righteousness cometh, but that which is made with hands is cursed, as well as he that made it. He because he made it, and it because being corruptible, it was called God. Right? So these people at a point they worship money. Put in the goddamn shoebox. Praying literally on that shoebox that they get more. Right? I'm gonna jump to verse 10. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Right now, it's all gonna be destroyed, man. What profit is that gonna do for you praying with a goddamn shoebox next to you? And the Most High gives you more money, man. Verse 11. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of the Yahawah they are become an abomination and a stumbling block to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise, man. So this word right here is a stumbling block to them, man. They come upon, I'm from the tribe of Judah. What? Trying to kind of fall up, stumble, but that's the truth. It's a stumbling block. How can you let the truth be a stumbling block? That's literally worshiping these idols, praying upon dumb things, right? I'm gonna jump to verse 16, right? Thus, in process of time, an ungodly custom growing strong, but was kept as a law. Engraven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. Like the brother was talking about, man. It's we have to have money in this society, bro. We're not saying like you just be broke and just do whatever, but we have to, right? And that's the commandments of king. But what it was doing, we can't worship that thing. We can't pray that the Most High gives us more of it. Like we can't pray that we get like goddamn high ass paying job. Excuse my language. Man. Go to the NBA for some money. Don't really get. That's in process of time, an ungodly custom growing strong, and that's an ungodly custom that's been growing. What do you guys the scripture speak?
Right.
Paper, bro. Money, gold. Even in the ancient days, people worshiping gold, man.
Yeah.
was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings. Right? Plain and simple. You know?
Right.
Fine.
Right. And
Okay.
oh, it's like you can bring it out.
Let's log. I thought you locked out again. Salakia.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you good. Come.
Okay, come. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, and verse 2, right? But deem either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the earth, right? Hey, so these people, as much as they worship uh uh, uh the stars, the moon, the sun, you know, people they worship certain beasts of the earth. They worship themselves, right? They worship men. Hey, as much as these people they worship that, right? Hey, you best believe people worship money, right? And they put money on a high pedestal, right? You're just gonna be you're just a fool if you worship money, bro. Right? Literally, like money can't do anything for you, right? It's not gonna profit you in the day of wrath. It can be thrown up once, can be thrown up hundreds to the Most High. He doesn't care a damn. He doesn't give a damn about that, right? Con, and he created everything. Why does he care about some little money, right? So con, so you know, of course, we use this word and not abuse it, right? 1 Corinthians 7:31, right? But hey, a lot of people they abuse this world by what? Indulging in money, indulging trying to get that bag all the time, right? Hey, Jake, hey, you gotta change your mindset, bro. You gotta be converted by this law. All right, so come.
All right. Let me get one more precept on that, right? This is a Sirach 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith.
Hey.
They extol it to the clouds, right? That's why our people are so lost, man. Goddamn Jay-Z said, stack up your money. He'll say, all right, yep, let me stack up these little $2 I got. Put in the shoebox, you know. All right, yep, let me make $1 out of 56 cents. You know? So hey, that's what that's talking about. Right? I'm gonna read on. They exalted to the clouds, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. So these people, right, that do these things, that's proud. And they also they knew, but I just guess it disappeared from the mind that they was at that same state one time. You know, they were poor. We were all poor on the earth, man. You know? So hey, I just have to bring that up. Well, I'm gonna read on. Riches are good unto him that has no sin, and poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly, man. So hey, plain and simple. Why? Like it's a role switched up. You poor, used to be poor, you know, once you switch it up. Oh, it's like that's man.
Can you see me?
Come.
Yeah.
All right, come.
All right. Come on. Hey, role switched up, right? Jake being poor, no Jake trying to find some money, and they get rich, and then they just goddamn forget everything. Forget they were poor. Forget they had to grind. You know? And that's on two that right. I'm gonna just read it again. Riches are good unto him that has no sin. And right, so that goes back to we cherish those things, man. We don't take it for granted because we know the Most High could just take it away from us. But these goddamn Jake, man, they out here exalting themselves to the moon, man. You know, and poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly, right? Hey, plain and simple. They just forgot who they are, forgot what type of people they are, man. Forgot they was on the bottom of the earth. Most I gonna have to destroy that, right? Let's just go back to that problem, man. You know? Come on, you got precept? Who's let me read verse 9 again. All of those things are passed away like a shadow, and the post that has passed by.
Look, I got a precept. Look, I do got a precept. Let me see if I can find it. I just clicked on my mind in Revelation. So I can bear it, man. This is in Revelation chapter 20. So yeah. So I'll get better on that. I can't find it. It's the behold, old things are past. So I don't know. I can't find it. So I'll get better. Yeah. Just keep reading. So I'll get
Wait,
by precept
I
too.
could probably help you find it.
What's up?
What did you look for? I could probably help you find it.
It's heaven and earth passes away. Oh, I found it. It's Revelation chapter 20 and verse 11.
Yeah.
And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. Right? So when this heaven, it's not talking about the actual heaven up there. It's talking about this heaven. I mean, this whole kingdom, all this kingdom and everything is going to get destroyed, man. There's no place, there's no rulership found for these other nations. So when it says in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verse 9, all those things are passed away like a shadow, that's what it's talking about, right? They're them living in a house of mirror, living up and everything, laughing, being the children of music, it's going to be fled away, right? Like a shadow. Calm.
Calm. Let me get this right. Precept came to my mind in Job, right? Let me go to Job 10 and 20. Right? Are not my days few? Seize them and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little. Before I go whence I shall not return. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. Man. Right, Job, he's right here. He's having misery of this life, man. He just wants everything to be over with, and he wants to wake up in the kingdom. That's misery, right? Having that mindset, what mindset are you in a mirth mindset? What is there to be happy for? Money? That's just off, man. What is money profiting you at this moment of time?
Calm.
You know?
And the thing is, the people that's living, with this money and everything, they don't know what's going on. They don't know the prophecies. They can't, dive into Revelation chapter 13. They got no understanding in Daniel chapter 7. They don't know these prophecies, man. They can't even dive in to the milk. They don't know what Second Ezra chapter 16 and the latter verses going into, right? Because they're living it up. And they know they got a short time, right? They know they got a short time. So they trying to live it to the fullest extent. I got a principle now, actually, man. They trying to live it to the fullest extent, right? So this was my Solomon chapter 2 and verse 6. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds, right? Before they be withered, right? Salakia. It keeps going on. There's a lot. This is a good thing, man. Right? It goes in. Right? I'm gonna keep going down. I'm gonna jump down a little. Right? Alright, Salakia. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. And that's what they're doing. Right? Because they know they got a short time left. Right? Calm.
Yeah, that's right, man. Just living it up. Jay go by the slogan YOLO.
Calm YOLO.
YOLO. Hey man, I'm gonna live my life, man.
Right.
That's what Jay go by. Without God, man. Let me just get this in Job.
You be trying to preach them this truth and everything. They're just trying to send them back with the hoodie on. Hey, bro, I'm just living life, brother. You dead, brother. Brother, you dead.
Oh, like Jay don't even know they're dead.
Right.
Right. This is Job 4:21. Doeth not their excellency which is in them go away? They die even without wisdom, not even knowing what the hell is going on, man. Right. This is also Job 6 and 12. Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh of brass? Is it not my help in me and it's wisdom driven quiet in me. That's what drives us is wisdom, man. Hold on, so look, I read that right.
Come on.
13. Is not my help in me, and is wisdom driven quiet for me? Right. That's wisdom, man. Once again, it just goes back to that's our thing. That's what strengthens us, man. It's not in this gold, it's not in this flesh, brass, it's in this wisdom. That's what strengthens us, man. BAHASHAM myself on the lock outside, man.
BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Come.
These Jakes exalt thyself talking about, man, you know this RFID chip gonna come out. I'm gonna be able to super jump, you know, just bugging out, man. That's also going back to what they think it profit them. But the only thing that is profiting is the word of the Most High. But see me outside, you know.
Come on. Wait, Shalakia, did you see that one Foot Locker commercial? All hell breaking loose with the cherries and everything. Did you see that one?
Wow.
They got all, bro. You should look at it. Like they put it right in your face. All hell breaking loose and everything. You got the cherries beaming up somebody. You got all hell breaking loose. It's a Foot Locker commercial, like for real. Look it on YouTube, right? And the thing is, all hell's breaking loose. You got, Anthony Davis. You got all these basketball players and these celebrities looking at shoes, right? You got a white man, a homeless white man, with the billboard thing, whatever, saying, "We're in the end. This is the end," right? And then you got this kid saying, "I want these in a size 8 or something like that." So, that's off, man. You need to look at that, man. I'm gonna send it to you. You need to look at that. It's off.
Hey, let me get that precept too. It's like right. Ecclesiastes.
Talking about the week of greatness.
Come.
Hey, that's all of your. It's frozen for me,
Bro.
So, like, have you seen that YASHARAHLA, the commercial?
I think you said it was Foot Locker, right?
Yeah, Foot Locker. I know it's a shoe company. I want to say Foot Locker though.
Okay.
It's off, man.
Hey, whoa, Sluffy. I can't find it, but hey, follow you saying great dignity. That's what I was gonna look for.
You said what?
I was gonna look for follow you saying great dignity. And they literally got the craziest thing in the world going on, out there worrying about shoes. It's following us, man. But let's just read on, right? Verse 10, unless y'all have precepts.
No, look, I don't got them precepts.
Come. As a ship that passes over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway to the cure of waves. Right? And that also, this is one of my favorite precepts, man. Right? Luke 11 and 35. Right? That take heed therefore that the light which is in thee be not darkness. Right? So let me just break that down real fast, right? And as the ship passes over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found. Right? So while you see the thing, right? While you see it, it's a good opportunity, you should take it. That's what it's talking about, man. Because it won't come back. And you won't be able to follow it. Right? Therefore, you have to take heed. And it's the light, like we're telling you, right? It's the light, so you won't grow for problems, right? It's the light, so you will know what's coming up. Right? It's the light. This is literally the light. Take heed, therefore, that the light which is in thee be not darkness. Now, once the word is sealed, man, there ain't no coming back. Right? Y'all gonna wake up in the kingdom and know that you could have done better. At the end of the day, y'all got a precept?
Well,
right, verse 11. Whereas when a bird has flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found. But the light air being beaten with the stroke of her wings and parted with the violent noise and motion of them is passed through. And therein afterwards no sign where she went, it is to be found. All right, let me get a precept. Let me go to Sirach chapter 6 and verse 22. Right, for wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. So take heed, man.
Come.
Looking at this video, if you heard of the Hebrew Israelites, if you heard of the truth of the Bible, take heed, man. You know, give ear, my son, receive my counsel, and refuse not my counsel, and put thy feet into her fetters and thy neck into her chain. Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with thy power, man.
Come.
Hey,
Come.
hold on, slow. Verse 28, the point.
Looks like it.
For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to joy. Plain and simple, man. I'm not even gonna say it, but what can go wrong, man? You know, it's calm.
Come. So this Psalm chapter 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So if you want to start getting wisdom, you want to understand the Bible, what you got to do? A good understanding have all they that do his commandments, his praise endure forever. That's a classic precept, man. Because you got a lot of people that think they're wise, that thinks they got the understanding of the Bible, right? And they kind of wrestling with the scriptures, like it says in 2 Peter 3:16. They wrestling with the scriptures, right? Kind of body slamming it to their own destruction, right? They don't know what's going on. They think in Galatians chapter 3, the law is talking about the commandments, when in reality, it's talking about the law of sacrifice. So now they're saying that the commandments are done away with, right? And next thing you know, when that sky crack open, they won't be saying the same thing. They're going to be calling, Jesus and everything like that. They think they might get saved. Next thing you know, they see the Israelites getting saved, and they're going to be saying the same thing in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 4 and verse 4 and 5. How is he numbered among the children of God? How in his law is among the saints. Even our people gonna be saying that these niggas, he cussed me out, Lord, right? He said I gotta repent and keep the commandment. He judged me, Lord. This one get zapped, right? So
That's right. Hey, God preach it, right? And basically, what that scripture is going into, bro. When you see a bird, right, fly past you, all right, you can't trace that. You can't trace the air that she pierced with her wings. You can't do that, right? You can try to do that. Hey, Esau might even go as far as, hey, I can do that. What do you mean? I can do that. If you look at the molecules and the bro, Esau, hey, come on, bro. All right, but anyways, and it says, in the light air being beaten with the stroke of her wings, and parted with the violent noise and motion of them, is passed through, and there afterwards no sign where she went is to be found. So you don't know where she went, right? You don't know where she went, right? But I had a precept, right? Oh damn, kind of slipped my mind, right? But yeah, that's the point, Oh yeah, second Esdras, right? Second Esdras, right? Second Esdras chapter 4 and verse, right? It's lock, yeah. It says, all right, I'm looking at second Esdras chapter 4. Damn.
you know the precept by heart could probably help you.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Basically, like, right. Well, basically, it was going into like how an arrow, right? When you shoot an arrow, like that wind that it pierced, you can't trace that. You can't trace that wind, or like when the wind hits your face, that you can't trace that wind anymore, right? So likewise, and we're going to get into that with the Most
Is
High.
it like second Esdras chapter 4? You can probably start around like 47, around there, 48, 49, 50.
Come.
I don't know. I was just trying to see what you was looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, it was something to that effect. I'm not sure if it's in second Esdras 4, but yeah.
But yeah, the brother YASHARAHLA said, man, that is deep, man. Especially the next verse, how it says the wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse in verse 12, or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark it parteth the air, which immediately cometh together again. And that's deep for real. You got cameras trying to slow down the arrow as slow as possible, right? And they still can't even get the parting of the air, man, right? You got Esau with the sign trying to slow it down as much as possible, and they still can't get it. But Wisdom of Solomon, he already knew these things, man, right? Solomon, he was wise enough to know these things, right? So come on.
Hey, that's right, man. Let me read that again. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. We was at, I'm going to read 11.
You read 11.
Come, I'm going to read it again just to get edification.
Come on.
Whereas when a bird has flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found, right? But the light air being beaten with the stroke of her wings are parted with the violent noise of the motion of them is passed through. And therein, afterwards, no sign where she went is to be found. Right, so that's a metaphor. You know, let me get this in Psalms, right? Psalm 119 and 60, right? It's a metaphor of it comes and it goes, you know, the opportunity, a metaphor, you know. So this is Psalms 119 and 60. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments, man. That's why David said this, because you once it's here, bro, it will never be here again if you don't take heed. You know? All right, let me get this also. Wisdom of Solomon, right? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 20, 28 and 4. For they were worthy to be deprived of the light, right? And imprisoned in darkness. Huh? That's where we don't want to be. We don't want this spirit taken away from us. You know, we don't want to live in darkness. So take heed while we can. You know, that's what this whole thing is talking about. And imprisoned in darkness, who had kept thy sons shut up, by whom the uncorrupt light of the law is given unto by the world. You know, so we don't want to, you know, commit to this world, basically, to the sun. You know? We want to commit to the YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH. That's all you want to commit. We need to commit, you know, right? I'm gonna read on. And when they had determined to slay the babes of the saints, one child cast forth and saved to reprove them. Thou tookest away the multitude of their children and destroyest them together in a mighty water. Right now, we want things to happen like that for us. Right? We want things like that to happen for us, meaning like in clutch situations, the Most High will be there for us, man. That also goes back to what will go wrong with following the Most High's word, man. That also goes back to what will go wrong with being in the light. Not even important. All these things, man, what will go wrong? The Most High literally will save you out of bad situation, you know? Y'all got preset? Come, right? Verse 12. Right, verse 12.
Slack. I was just I just said Slack.
All right, so right, or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, a part of the air, which is immediately cometh together again, so that a man cannot know where it went, where the arrow went, where it went through. Slack. Right, so plain and simple, take heed, man, while you can. Right, even so, we in like manner as soon as we were born, began to draw our end and had no sign of virtue to show, but we consumed in our own wickedness, man. Right? Hey, let me get that from Job. Right? We are born in these things, man. We have to understand that, but we have to come out of it. All right? That's Job 5 and 7. Yet man is born unto trouble as the sparkles fly upward. You know, so we're born into trouble, man. That's what makes us stronger, though. Because that we will be able to come out of it if we're of the Most High. You know? I will seek unto Yahawah, and unto God will I commit my cause. Right, so learning this thing, man, learning the truth, learning who you are, learning what you have to do to make it to the kingdom of heaven, right? We have to take heed therefore. That's all it's saying. We have to seek the Most High as much as we can. You know, we don't.
I got a precept before it. So, like it says that they were consuming in their own wickedness. Psalms chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Right. So as soon as he was born, it was already wicked, man. Right. So they was consumed in it. Right. Con.
Everything all right? Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro. It keeps I don't know what's happening. It keeps like kicking me out.
Is your connection good?
Yeah, I mean, like my Wi-Fi is good enough. Yeah, it's just Satan, bro. Like I don't know. It's not. It
Just
keeps
Satan.
like, yeah, just Satan, bro. Every time, like, every time I try to do a live stream at night, like Satan comes. Satan, yeah, he comes immediately.
So you gotta rebuke that Satan, man.
Right. Right. Should we keep reading?
Come.
Yeah.
Verse 14. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a fine froth that is driven away with the storm, like as a smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, as passes away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day. All right, so that's just what it's going into,
Con.
right?
Con got one precept so out here.
I had a quick point.
Okay, Con, you got it.
Yeah, so it said, hey, for the hope of the ungodly, it's like dust that is blown away with the wind. Bro, we already know that dust in the scriptures is nothing, right? Hey, what did Abraham say? He said, I'm nothing but dust and ashes, right? What did the book of, I believe it, Sirach. Let me try to find this in Sirach, right? That basically, hey, man, we're just dust and ashes, right? But hey, guess what the Most High, the Most High, he called the hope of the ungodly like dust. So hey, who's the ungodly, bro? Who's the wicked? Job 9:24 or Malachi chapter 1 verse 4 already tells you who the wicked is on the earth. And so their hope is like dust, bro. You can just blow it away. It's nothing, you know. They can't. So hey, the Most High, and he gets on the ungodly.
Con. You got a precept. Because they got no hope in this thing, man. This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 10. But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope, right? Because that's their hope. The dead things is their hope. Who called them gods, which are the works of man's hand, gold and silver to shoot are in, and resemblance of beasts, or a stone, good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand. And that's who they put their trust in. You got that little Jesus statue in Brazil or something like that. It's gonna get taken off, man. They put their trust in that, right? They got no hope in this thing, man.
Oh, right. I got a precept, right? It's Job 4, and I'm gonna read verse 8. Even have I seen that they plow wickedly, even as I have seen they that flow wicked in iniquity, and so wickedness reap the same. By the blast of God they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils they are consumed. Man. So if you're not keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, the Most High just gonna blow you away and you're gonna die, man. You're gonna perish. Right? That literally goes back to it, man. The ungodly have no hope in this thing, you know. I just takes them out just like that. You know, he doesn't have to kill him right on the spot either. He preserves him. Hey, I'm gonna read it again.
Precept.
Come on, you got to select.
Yeah, so hey, bro, the hope of the ungodly, bro. They don't hope in the Most High. They don't hope in YAHAWASHI, right? this is a precept. This is Psalms chapter 20 and verse 7. It says, "Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord, Yahawah our God." Right? So, hey, the righteous, they're going to trust in Yahawah, BAHASHAM Yahshua. They're going to hope in Yahawah. They're going to hope in salvation, right? Like the scriptures say. But the ungodly, they hope in riches. They hope in chariots. They hope in American society. You know, you got Jake's, even Jake's. You know, Jake's trusting in the the damn American economy system. You know,
They got the hat saying "Make America Great Again."
damn MAGA hats, bro. You know, you trust they're hoping in Donald Trump that they can change America, right? Change America back. Hey,
Yeah,
that's the hope of the ungodly, bro. That's why the Most High said it's just like dust, you know. It's just like dust. It's nothing. It's worthless, you know. Come.
you even got Jake talking about build that wall, man. Oh,
even hey, Con, even some coon Northern Kingdom, bro.
come
Build
on.
that wall. Con, you actually got Northern Kingdom like that. I hate to say it.
Oh.
Con,
He said, "I got it made."
yeah.
Hey, I seen damn Northern Kingdom sister, right? She got a Confederate flag in her ring.
Wow.
Wow. That's
Wow.
Talking about some damn near. I'm not even like y'all. Hey,
I know a Northern Kingdom sister. She's from the tribe of Issachar. She says she trusts Donald Trump, and he's the main one pushing. You know, he already got the walls built up and everything. So,
wow.
oh,
That's crazy, bro.
if y'all don't got a precept, I got a precept.
wow.
Come on, right? This is Iraq. It's Iraq 3, and I'm gonna read verse 19. Many are in high places, and of reward of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. Right? Read on. For the power of the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly. You know? So, hey, Jake might think, they got it bad. You know? Jake might think, they can't get any worse for them. As soon as they say that, it's like the Israelite getting spit on, man.
Con.
But hey, that's just to Sirach 2:1 for compare temptation. Now read on. Right, the point. Seek not out the things that are. Well, hold on, slow. That's not what that's not. Right, 24. Slow. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion. Right, Jake might think they got it all figured out, man. But the Most High just blows them away as dust, and they die. Then an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment. They think they got it all figured out, man. I was watching this video. Right, y'all know who Soul Illuminati is?
Con.
Hey, he's bugged out, man.
Wow.
That brother's bugged out. He said he literally said, "Hey, December 21st, man. Hey, I better be ready." False prophet, man. Hey, that's just Jake. Let me read that again. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment. So hey, they gonna get judged, man.
So look, he said September 21st.
No, he said December 21st. He said something's gonna happen December 21st.
Okay, so let me get this precept real quick.
False prophet.
December 21st.
There's a lot of precepts on that.
Con.
I
I can get one out real quick. We're just gonna get this one verse real quick.
I'll be back, y'all. I gotta get back.
Because again, you can't make a. Let me just go to limitations actually. You can't, put a date on prophecy like that. So we're going to try the spirit. We're going to test. We're going to put it to the test real quick. If it happens, then the Lord ordained it for it to happen. But if it doesn't, not only is he a liar, but he would be a false prophet as well. All right. So let's get Lamentations. So chapter 3 and verse 37. Who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass when the Lord commanded it not? Right. So who is he that saith that it was going to come to pass and the Lord commanded it not? You cannot put dates on these prophecies, man. Because what you gotta come from the Bible, man. If the Lord didn't say December 21st, it's not going to happen on December 21st, man. Right? You can't put. Hold on, let me get another precept. Unless you got one.
I got a precept, Mark. Right? You probably already know where I'm going. Right? It's like Mark chapter 13 and verse 32. I'm gonna start at verse 31. It says, "Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away." So obviously, heaven and earth had not passed away yet, right? Verse 32. It says, "But of that day, what day? The day of doom, right? The day that we've all been preparing for. You know, the day that all hell will break loose, right? That day." It says, "That day and that hour knoweth no man." So the Lord just said, you don't know the day or the hour. So you can't put a day on it, like the brother said. Hell, you can't even put a year on it, right? You can't. Because you don't know, right? I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna keep reading. It says, not the angels which are in heaven. So Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, right? All the archangels, right? Raphael. These angels, they don't even know, right? And what? Neither the Son, but the Father. So even Yahushua doesn't even know when he's coming back. You read about that in Revelation 14 and 14, that an angel had to come and tell Yahushua to what? Come down and reap the harvest, right? So, hey, Yahushua doesn't even know when he's coming back. So if you are putting dates out, you know, you putting dates out about certain stuff, the Lord, he's for surely coming back. Hey, there's no way he's coming back. He's coming back this day, right? Hey, the Lord, hey, that means that you have knowledge above Yahushua. That's off, bro. That's all. Yahushua has all knowledge, bro. Except for that.
That's off, man. Not only is that off, I just hope everything happens before December, you know, and everything like that. All right, but this is Jeremiah 14, verse 14. Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I said them not, neither have I commanded them. So he's not in the Bible. Where does it say December 21st, all hell breaking loose? All right, 2020. All right. Neither spake unto them, they prophesied unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught, and a deceit of their heart. Yeah, talking about gazer, all hell about to break loose on December 21st. Off, man.
Come on.
Off.
Bug out. He's a sun gazer too.
He's a what?
A sun gazer. You ain't know that?
Nah.
That was off, man. Right. Verse 15, right?
Come on.
But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Man. Say plain and simple. You know, the righteousness live forever. That's when we live everlasting life. Better like that.
I got a precept unless y'all do. Do y'all have a precept or not?
Yeah, let me just bring this out real fast. Man.
Come on.
So, this is like right 1 and 12. The fear of the Lord maketh the merry heart and giveth joy and gladness in a long life, man. So that's what we hope for, is a long life, everlasting life. Right? I'm gonna read on. Whoso feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last, and he shall find favor in the day of his death. You know, because that brother, you know, he knows where he's going. You know, he did great things for his people. Yeah. You know, so hey, it's plain and simple.
So this Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. And this is one of my favorite verses as well. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Right? It's gonna be an everlasting kingdom. You're gonna have them immortal bodies. And you're not gonna be dying like you got a lot of people dying right now. Because why? Let me precept that with this real quick. It's the book of John, chapter 8, and verse 51. Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death. So if you keep the saying, you shall never see death. Because then the Son of Man, then how should I say to the apostles, what's it called? There'll be some of you that shall not taste death until you see the Son of Man, paraphrasing, right? If you have ears to hear. Because you know how G gonna get carnal, but then they die. You know, G gonna get carnal with that, but
Con.
You got precept?
uh,
Let me just try to find this also. It's like right.
While you do that, I'll just get one more then. This is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. One such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of the Most High and of Hamashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Now people gonna say 1,000 years is literal, right? And then they're gonna go back into slavery. It's not talking about that, right? 1,000 years means completion, like Joshua 23 and verse 10, right? But in Daniel chapter 7 verse 18, it says forever and ever. 1,000 years of just putting salt in scripture, right? That's like Jake saying, I've been here forever. He only been here for 10 minutes. He's just putting salt in it, man. Right? And that's how the Most High get down. We didn't get it from nobody. We got it from the Most High.
Hey, quick precept. This is substantiate 1,000 years, right? Just talking about number completion, or basically, infinite amount of time in this case, right? But this is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 29. It says, well, I'm gonna start at verse 28 because that's the point. It says, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. So what is it? With Solomon saying? He's just talking about, look, only one person have I found out of 1,000. That's wise, and that's who? The Most High, right? That's righteous. That's the Most High, right? And did he actually line up 1,000 men, right, and try them by his words, right? His actual literal 1,000 men. No, they're just talking about number completion or perfecting the amount of men.
We got two precepts, right? I'm gonna start at Revelation 22:14. So they that do his commandments, and that they may have right to the tree of life. Now, what is the tree of life, man? Everlasting wisdom and everlasting life, man. And may enter in through the gates into the city. Right. So on another fold, that's the only way we can live on one fold, and that's the only way we can live forever. On another fold,
Right.
It's also right. I'm gonna go to Sirach, chapter 4, and verse 15. Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. So, hey, you're gonna be safe. You're gonna be safe and you're gonna be straight if you come unto her, the knowledge, the truth. Precept. I'm gonna read it again and then go down. But the righteous shall live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. So why wouldn't brothers want that? Like that just like it's very confusing, but that also shows the Most High's power, what he could do with somebody. Y'all got precept? Verse 17. He shall take to him his jealousy for a complete armor, and the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and a true judgment in the stead of an helmet. He shall take holiness for an invincible shield.
Mm.
Why wouldn't you want this, bro? Literally, bro, that's really like messing with my head. Like, why doesn't Jake not want everlasting life and the Most High, the Father, to literally protect him, put on armor for him?
That's right.
I got a precept.
Come on,
And he doesn't believe it's going to happen, man.
come on.
He really doesn't believe that the Most High got him in the day of trouble, bro. You know,
Right, man.
it's hard.
One time, I was with my worldly friends. It was a while ago before I even came into truth. I was like in like midway, beginning to transition. I used to talk about I still do, but I talk about YAHAWASHI and everything like that a lot, especially around them. This one dude, he was like he put his head, like he could like yeah, he was like, ugh. I'm like, dang, like there's really Israelites out there that hates hearing this, man. And it's really sad because they don't want to put their trust into it. They like to have fun now. They want to have fun now. Right.
Wow.
So this Isaiah chapter 59 in verse 17, where he put on righteousness as a breastplate and a helmet of salvation upon his head, and he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak. And hey, that's the armor you need to be put in, the garment you need to be put in, man. Come on.
All right, precept 2. All right, Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. So why don't you brothers like want to fight against the people who adversaries against you, your enemies, who killed your brother? You know, the Most High is literally going to use you to fight against them. Man. That's what I know. A lot of people like that. Man.
Come
on.
For with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. Right? Don't y'all want to be an army for once, man? All our life we haven't been, fighting for nothing. We marching. That's the farthest we got to anything of rebellion, you know? So all we have to do is put on this glorious garment that the Most High is going to give us if we do what He wants, man. You know?
And so, like, bro, I don't want to be that brother, but I mean, we just gotta, move at a little faster pace because, brothers gotta go to sleep. And I mean, I really don't want to be that brother. I really, that's lucky, yeah. But yeah, but bring out really good points though, And also, what is that? What it says? He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of an helmet. Right? And we always read about that all throughout the scriptures, New Testament and Old Testament, right? In Isaiah, right? The breastplate of righteousness, Just like how Tyazar said, why doesn't Jake want it, Instead of you putting on damn Gucci, right? Yeah. Flexing the Louis, right? You flexing the Louis, right? Bro, what the hell is that? You can't compare that to the breastplate of righteousness, That's unpriceable. You can't put a price on that. Come on.
Tongue, I can't trust my belt because it's a snake. That's awesome.
God.
Vest on,
What? Oh my God. What the hell is that, right?
Come. Verse 20. His severe wrath shall be sharpened for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Right? Let me just quote that scripture, right? Isaiah 45 and 17. That's the word.
I was going to pull that one too. You got it.
I just quoted. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark. That's got talking about these chariots, laser. Excuse my friend, but it's literally gonna be beaming people out the sky.
That's gonna be happening.
Literally, right? And the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the floods shall quickly drown them. That's talking about the war finna happen, right? The waters being the nations, right?
You can read about that in Salakia. You can read about all this in 2nd Ezra chapter 13. It goes deep into it about the lightning bolts and things like that. Chariot.
is on.
Verse 23. Yea, mighty wind shall stand up against them, like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. Talking about these goddamn Donald Trump is gonna protect the earth, Space Force is gonna protect us, but the mighty hand is gonna overthrow that.
Hey, and they're gonna feel Yahawashah, man. They're gonna feel him. It's gonna be up there when he returns.
That's right.
Hey, we better hide when Yahawashah comes.
and Con. Right, that's right. That's right. Hey, it's gonna be like the damn Three Little Pigs, bro. It's a mighty wind, right? Except, hey, the third pig, bro. Hey, he's gonna have the greatest fall, bro. He's gonna have the greatest fall. But yeah, Con, and that mighty wind is also going into what? Because you read about that in Revelation, the 7th chapter, right? Hold back the Most High telling the angels to hold back the four winds of heaven. And what's that going into? That's going into them holding back the destruction, right? That's going to come, So this mighty wind, bruh, this mighty wind is going to take all these damn heathens away, bruh.
Right.
And
people it's gonna be very loud that day, man. You think Yahawashah gonna come back quiet? He gonna be yelling like a mighty man. Like you just got to be in the spirit to understand this, man. He gonna.
Right. Hey, our lions quiet, bro.
Right.
Are they just Con?
That's
Lions.
coming back.
Yeah. Yahawashah, he's coming back as a lion. Lions are loud as hell when they roar. Con.
I just love to meditate on that.
Yeah. Hey, didn't it say, hey, the trumpet shall sound?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's going to hear him. Everyone's going to see him.
Hey, let me get that though. Quick precept,
right? Right.
Revelation 5:5. And one of the elders said unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, right? The root of David hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals, man. When that happens, man, all hell finna break loose, man. He's gonna be literally saying who pierced him. Oh yeah, I remember you. Bring your ass here, Big bro finna be furious, man. Hey.
The angels gonna be right there too. You gonna see the Michael, right? They gonna be right there too with it.
That's right, bro.
They rolling, bro. Yahawashah's rolling deep, referring to Revelation chapter 5 and verse 11. They don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Right, and in the book of Jude, bro. Jude chapter 1. How Jude, he just gave out a shout out to Enoch, right? Enoch, how he prophesied that that the Lord coming with 10,000s of his angels, to execute judgment upon the earth. Right? And you read about that in 2nd Ezra 13 chapter also. Just a quick point, when it talks about Yahawashah, that man that waxed great, Ezra, that man waxed great and came with what? The thousands of heaven, which is who? The angels. Chariots.
I got one more precept too.
Right.
It's Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Right, Jake? Literally, this is not where we finna dwell at for the rest of our life. For our life, literally, our lifetime.
Right.
And so therefore, we have to arise and depart and come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You just heard what somebody's coming back to do, whether you believe it or not. No matter if you believe in manifestation, it's going to happen because over thousands of people believe this. So you better get ready. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you. Why would you want to get destroyed? What can go wrong with following the commandments?
Yeah.
Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. Now, if you heard this and you don't take heed, you're going to have a sword destruction. Plain and simple. So repent.
I got one close in our precept. Salakia, Barry, Salakia. So this, I just want to scare Jake down, bro. I love this. This is one of my favorite precepts to go to, man. Because Jake, he needs some fear in them, man. This is Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. So he coming with flames of fire. He coming with fire, man. He's not coming with no lollipops. Verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Right?
That's right. That's right. Hey, you got numbered to the slaughter, bro. Hey, just when we were at camp the other week, right? Or a few days ago, what we're prophesying, hey, I asked the sister that walked past, you believe in the Bible. Hey, bro, she didn't even say a word.
You see that?
Right, knowing damn well, because, bro, it was me, my dad, and my brother was there. So it's not like you didn't see us. He was, like, right in front of us, Say, do you believe in the Bible? Hey, no word. She got a damn cross on her neck. Take that damn thing off in the first place, bro.
Oh,
Come on. Going into damn idolatry on the Sabbath. Come on, bro.
Lord.
Bro.
43 and 14.
But yeah, if you had any closing points,
I just want to say, keep the commandments, right? Because all hell about to break loose. That's all I want to say. Repent and keep the commandments.
That's right.
It's as simple as that, man. John 14 and 15. Oh, the brother lagged out. YASHARAHLA, you still there?
Yeah, con.
Oh, con, but you lagged out, okay. Con, that's it.
All right, yeah, and just last words like YAHAWASHI, Matthew 24:13, but he that shall endure unto the end, what? The same shall be saved, man. So first of all, my message to the brothers and sisters in the truth, keep enduring, keep the faith, man. We need y'all, we need y'all. We all need each other, keep feeding the sheep, man. Right? Keep, staying diligent, right? Brothers be on fire, sisters be on fire, So yeah, calm,
Oh,
What about you, Tarzan?
wow.
All right, calm. So yeah, it's your brother YASHARAHLA.
That's Yakubar.
Brother Abaya.
Calm. Giving, of course, all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. It's like, say shalom.
Shalom.
Calm.